Okay, I tried to make this video more professionally, it was like a whole thing. We're not doing a whole thing. Welcome to Speculation Sundays, where I say one crazy thing every week. And this week's crazy thing is that directs are E3 now. You may be thinking, what does that mean? Raccoon, what does that mean? Okay, I'll tell you. Listen. The original title of this was something like, what can March's Nintendo leaks tell us about leaks and future communications? And I tried to make it into a thing. It didn't work, because I have one thing I want to say, which is that I think that Nintendo Directs have become external. Some people have argued that nothing has changed with Directs, right? We're just dealing with some premature announcements that were made during the Switch 1, Switch 2 transition. We're catching up. You know, Splatoon Raiders, that was just to get people interested in the Switch 2. It was just to have something further out, right? Sort of like Metroid Prime 4 for Switch 1 was, right? And at this point, we're still catching up. June, we're going to be all the way caught up, and then it's going to be business as usual from now on. Meanwhile, some people, including me until very recently, were saying up and down, Nintendo Directs are dead. They're never going to be the same again. Nintendo Directs are just gone. It's going to be like one a year. It's going to be a thing. We're going to have one big Direct. We're going to have one Direct. And so either Directs are the same, and this is just a series of weird circumstances like 2022 that are forcing them to make these changes, or Nintendo Directs have been, turned into like one big thing. We're gonna have one big Direct, and everything else is just gonna, fill in the gaps. I don't think either is right. I think that at this point, Nintendo Directs are being treated the way that Nintendo has always treated everything that's not in their tent. For as long as I've been speculating about Nintendo Online, we have always said that Nintendo treats external events like the Game Awards or E3 as a nice-to-have, not a must-have. If it's not convenient for them to be there, they're not. Now, some of you may be saying, Raccoon, what are you talking about? How can a Nintendo Direct not be convenient for Nintendo? They schedule the Nintendo Directs, and I would argue they don't really. I need a pop filter. Ever since the advent of the Partner Showcase, it has been well documented in leaks that Nintendo has obligations, contractual obligations to these publishing partners to have a Nintendo Direct. It's agreed upon, and when there's a change in plans, they still have to fulfill this obligation. So the core conceit of my argument is that internally, this has reached its natural conclusion of, well, at this point, the Nintendo Direct is its own thing. We're doing this for our publishing partners, so for our own news, if we want to have control over it, if we want to be flexible with our timing, if we want to be dynamic, we have to do that separately, unless it's convenient, as it will be in June, when they have to line up their late summer, early fall lineup ahead of the black hole of attention that will be Grand Theft Auto. Now, at this point, you may be thinking that this is sort of a tautology, right? Me saying that Nintendo does a full Direct when it's convenient for them, and they do a partner showcase when they don't have anything to show, that's not insight or speculation even, that's just observation, right? That's conjecture of observation. But I would argue that this internal paradigm shift of Directs becoming indirects, external presentations, it has ramifications for how we can conceive them going forward. To cap this off, I'm gonna hit you with a slide burr. I'm gonna hit you with a curveball. I think that the September Direct will be a partner showcase, and here's why. We know two things about the 2027 lineup. One from the leaks and one from real life. In real life, we have Pokemon. Pokemon is 2027. I promise I don't always say it like that. I believe that Pokemon is coming in early March, the Pokopia slot. Pokemon will be detailed in a Pokemon Presents in either July or August, independently from Nintendo. Now we can turn back to the leaks. What did the leaks tell us? Well, if we listen to that one YouTube comment, Wario Land. And who's making Wario Land? It's not Nintendo. I think that Arlo's old prediction is right, and it's way forward. So they'll have one game to talk about from an external developer that they want to showcase, a partner to showcase. So there you have it. Directs are external now. partner showcase in September. Book it, bank it, take it to the bank. Um, I hope everybody's convinced or at least entertained. Um, I'm so tired, and I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna leave the comments open. They can be nice thoughts, they can be mean thoughts, they can make fun of my breathing patterns or my voice. You could call me a baby. I won't care here. Um, just I want to hear what people have to say, because really that's the fun part of Nintendo speculation. So you know, I hope that I conveyed something, and I'm looking forward to trying to do this again next week.